Well, from a trolley dash to literally learning how to use all of this. Chart, how are you?
I'm very well, and you?
Delicious. What are we making today?
We are doing Perdu, a real traditional French classic.
I was going to ask you if it's a different language. So how do you say it?
Perdu.
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 Bonsoir, Perdu.
Perdu. Obviously being the bread. So this is lost bread, is what it basically translates to.
As in stale?
So, as in stale. But you
Right.
want, this is where it's come from, using up the leftovers. So you sort of give it another whole life, really.
Oh, new life to bread
Indeed,
that's not
indeed,
that
indeed.
fresh anymore.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Anyway, so what do we got in terms of ingredients? We obviously got our bread. Now, you can use whatever leftover bread you've got. As I mean, the staler, the better. So you want to say it's nice and firm, but you can use some lovely country loaves that you get from your local
Friday
Pick n
night
Pay.
colour that you've kept
There we
over.
go, absolutely. And all we need to do, first of all, is literally going to make our sort of custard mixture. The other sort of word that we're sort of all familiar with this is French toast. There we go. Now we sort of, the alarm bells are going. Absolutely. Now, if you can put your spatula down and you can pick up the whisk, and I'd like you to start whisking that. Go, yeah, straight into there. Fantastic. In with a little bit of sugar. Whilst you're working that, I'm going to pour in a little bit of milk as well. So, a little custard base. And all we're going to do now is just allow just the bread to absorb all that sort of flavour and liquid, and in with a little bit of vanilla paste as well.
Vanilla paste?
Vanilla paste. So those are all the seeds being scraped out the lovely vanilla pods into there. And you've done that great job of whisking all that together. And then go on, take your lovely chunky pieces of bread, whisk out. Here we go.
Whisk out, okay.
Let's just pop that onto the side. And then you want to allow that egg custard to be absorbed into the bread.
How thick does our bread...
As thick as you like. You want to go for nice chunky pieces. Don't go something flimsy and delicate because it's going to sort of fall over the place.
Right.
I want it to absorb all that lovely liquid, because you can feel the bread is sort of quite firm still, which is what I want. So it can absorb there and it's going to hold its shape and structure. Now, if we go across to the flames that are sort of brimming, and let's get our two pans on the go there. One I'm going to sort of fry a little bit later, but the other part I'm going to add my berry mixture. So I'm going to use some lovely frozen berries. You could use fresh berries, you could use some stewed fruits, whatever you've got. So there's wonderful options you can do. Change with the seasons today. Lovely frozen berries.
All right.
And all we're going to be doing now is we're going to be adding some sugar and water into a pan. And basically what we're going to be making is a caramel.
Okay.
So if you can give that a bit of a slosh around the place. And what we're going to just do there is just gradually take it into a lovely thick syrup.
Right.
You don't want to go to a very dark caramel. You want to go for a lovely pale, what we call blonde caramel.
We don't want to make tamaleki.
There we go. Absolutely. Okay. So that's into there. Obviously, as time goes through, we're going to put a bit of butter in as well, and that's going to sort of stop the caramel over, going any further. So pop that into there as well, and then go on. Take your lovely frozen berries. I think it's great. This time of year, we don't get all the lovely fresh berries. The frozen berries need all the lovely assortments still in here.
They're still as delicious.
They are still as delicious, absolutely. So in there they go. Oh, look at the colour. It's so vibrant and, absolutely exciting.
It smells delicious.
Right, there we go. So
Chart,
that's going to allow that to infuse all those lovely flavours together. And the pan closest to me now, I'm going to put another bit of knob of butter in. Because what we're going to do is we're going to be sort of taking our bread and frying our bread off.
So now they've soaked through nicely. Look at that.
Absolutely. So allow them in there. Give them a bit of time to really just slurp everything up there. Oh, I think it's great. A bit of butter. The butter's going to give that wonderful sort of caramelized look as well.
The smells are delicious. I cannot resist.
You've got that sort of, a bit of the vanilla in here. You've got the berries that are come through there, and then take that, and like you would do with any bit of French toast that you're sort of familiar with, and we're going to brown that on each side. And whilst it's sort of brown, it's going to get that lovely bit of colour as well, so don't be ashamed of that. And what we're then going to do is we're going to pop it into an oven, just to sort of keep it lovely and warm, and just to finish cooking it right the way through, because far too often, if you have a lovely chunky slice like this, it's all beautiful and crispy on the outside, and when you get to the inside, it's sort of soft and
like a mushy fit cook.
Absolutely, and that's what we do not want at all. So anyway, that's going to get bits of colour onto there, and then our berries just going to cook that through, so we end up with this beautiful sort of stewed berries like that there. So let's just have a look at that. Look at that, all that's all come together. Oh, looks absolutely fantastic.
Wow,
so
it smells delicious.
You can do the honours if you can put the lovely luminous green glove on, and behind you in the oven. Right. On the right-hand side.
Oh, there we go.
Yes, I'm already done.
The
usual, the magic of TV. Right, I've just turned those little slices over.
These are beautiful.
And I look fantastic with those. Just want those to the side there for me, if you don't mind. And then what I'm going to do is just going to take these lovely pieces and go on. Let's pop two lovely big pieces onto there. Let's make that sort of
You could
disappear.
probably do this for lunch as well. Well, as you do that,
absolutely.
the keyword for today is berries. So berries to 33728, and you can get a list of this beautiful ingredients that you can get from any Pick and Pay, and then also a link to the recipe. It smells
Now, all you need to do that there
amazing.
is you got your French toast just warmed.
Yeah.
You can imagine this for, you know, a lovely sort of breakfast dish,
Yes, yes,
or even
yes.
dessert for a change. How about that? And that's what it is sort of traditionally served as a dessert
As a
well.
dessert.
So take those lovely berries, and all I want you to do is just sort of spoon those over the top. Allow those berries just to cascade everywhere, and go on. Look at the lovely colours that you get as well. And how's that for something completely different, away from your sort of, you know, your bananas and bacon on top? You got some lovely fresh berries.
How long did you leave it in the oven for?
Literally as long as you need it to. So
Right.
what I generally do
Just
at home
cooking it through.
is I just cook this first into the oven, and then I go onto my berries. So, you know, just not trying to multitask. And once that's ready, out it comes, and there we go.
And then it looks
how
beautiful.
gorgeous. Absolutely.
Well, let's have a look at how Chart achieved this. It's beautiful.
Beat eggs, sugar, and milk. Soak bread in custard for 5 minutes, then fry in butter until golden. Place water and sugar into a pan and heat until caramelized. Do not stir. Swirl in the butter, then add berries and cook for 3 minutes. Top bread with berries to serve.
Well, your keyword is berries. The word berries to 33728. A list of our Pick and Pay ingredients, and of course a link to the recipe. What you didn't see is at some stage I was turning this around and it hopped out of the pan. But I
Miss
put
Tom's
it right
there.
back.
And you like put it back there.
Yeah.
What are you like in the kitchen? You're crazy. You're mad to cook with. But it's always fabulous.
I know. Well, that is fabulous, and so are you. Thank you so much for showing us
Absolute
something
pleasure.
new. Okay, we'll be back after the break. I'm going to try some of my new dessert breakfast. Yum, yum, yum.
It's at the All Seasons Milk Factory where we found goodness produced on a daily basis. Pick and Pay, always there for you.